morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
How was your Easter celebration?
It was awesome.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was really nice, the service.
I agree. It was a lot of fun doing the sunrise service and then having the 9 o'clock service. And then the Sunday school video, oh, that was the best part of the whole thing.
It's all great that we have this opportunity to continue to be with one another, to encounter one another. And we also know that we're now in the season of Easter, right? Easter is not just a day, but Easter is a season. And in fact, every Sunday is considered a little Easter. So Easter is with us always. And as we come into this Easter season, Jordan and I are going to start a new sermon series on Sundays. The sermon series is going to be about our path as disciples. What it is that, how we practice discipleship as we go forward with Jesus, as Jesus goes into those new places. And for us as United Methodists, that path of discipleship includes our prayers, our presence, our gifts, our service, and our witness. So we begin with our practice of prayers. How does that work as disciples?
So there's many different ways to pray. Sometimes we sit in church and we do the pastoral prayer where we pray for our neighbors and the pastor leads it. Other times our prayers could be in a form of journaling and in a form of breathing, and there's so many different ways to pray. And so the Bible actually says pray as often as you live, like pray all the time. So this morning I want to teach you guys a new prayer. It's called a breath prayer. It's what I did when I was in clinical pastoral education, where I would get a call and I'd have to go to a room where somebody might be passing away, there might be a surgery, and I was like, okay, God, I just woke up from my dead sleep at night, and I have to be a chaplain, and I have to be a presence of you. I needed God in my life in that moment. And so what I did was I would breathe in, fill me, and then I'd breathe out, lead me. But you could use any kind of term. So you could breathe in, give me joy, or breathe out peace, anything that connects with you. And so I invite you to breathe in and breathe out. And this can happen while you're driving. You don't even have to have words. It just reminds you that Jesus is as close as your breath and that God is with you.
Yeah, that's an excellent practice, right? Because one of the things that I often hear as a pastor is, I know I'm supposed to pray, but I don't know how to. And this is an excellent way how to begin. But as we journey as disciples, we are to increase our prayer life and find that way to pray. Okay? When we're young, as we're kids, we begin by praying the Lord's Prayer that everybody knows. As we become young disciples, as new members of the church, we might read other prayer books like The Upper Room and those kind of things. But as you continue in your journey, there's supposed to be this growth in prayer, that you can learn how to create your own prayers, and there's different ways we can do that, and Jordan and I can share that with you. Because our growth as disciples is to come, as Jordan says, and as the Apostle Paul told us, to come to a life of prayer. To always be in the sense of that presence, to always have God on our minds, why we may not actually be speaking with God, but we always are aware of that presence. So as you are a disciple of Christ and going on your journey, we invite you to grow in your prayer. And in this time of quarantine, this is the most excellent time how to learn how to pray. Any other suggestions you might have?
So I suggest that if you are practicing a prayer and you want to share with other people, comment below on this video. Share with others how you have done practicing, how you have practiced prayer. Because we need each other and we need to encourage each other. Pray for one another. Prayer does not have to be complicated. No. You don't have to have fancy words like atonement and other really big words that I can't think of right now. But you don't have to have those big fancy words to talk to God. All you have to do is say, God, help me. Be with me.
Just in this time, just be assured that Pastor Jordan and myself and many others continue to pray with you and for you and about you. And we just leave you with our peace.